Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into a hilarious and slightly disastrous adventure with our favorite family, Peppa Pig. We're rewatching the episode where Daddy Pig tries his hand at a bit of home improvement in their brand new house. What could possibly go wrong? Let's find out. Our story begins on a lovely sunny day at Peppa and George's new house. It's so bright and cheerful. Mummy Pig has a brilliant idea. She has a beautiful picture of Peppa and George that she wants to hang on the wall. It's a very special picture, and it needs a very special place. Daddy Pig, ever the enthusiastic helper, declares, "Leave it to me. I'm the expert at this sort of thing." He puffs out his chest with confidence. Peppa and George are so excited to see Daddy Pig in action. Daddy Pig fetches his toolbox. It's a big, important-looking red box filled with all sorts of tools. He pulls out a hammer and a nail. "First, we need to choose the perfect spot," he announces, surveying the living room wall with a critical eye. Mummy Pig points to a space right in the middle. "There, Daddy Pig. That looks like a good place." Daddy Pig agrees. "Perfect." He holds the nail against the wall, ready to start. Peppa asks, "Daddy, are you sure you know what you're doing?" Daddy Pig chuckles. "Of course, Peppa. Hanging a picture is easy peasy." He holds the nail steady and gives it a gentle tap with the hammer. Tap, tap, tap. But something isn't right. The nail just isn't going into the wall. He tries again, this time a little harder. Tap, tap. The nail just bends. Daddy Pig murmurs, scratching his head. "This is a very hard wall," Mummy Pig suggests. "Perhaps it's a concrete wall." Daddy Pig, "You might need a special tool." Daddy Pig, not wanting to be outdone, says, "Nonsense. I just need to use a bit more power." He takes a big swing with the hammer. Bang! The nail flies across the room, and a tiny little crack appears on the wall where the nail was. "Oh," says Daddy Pig, looking a bit surprised. Peppa and George giggle. The tiny crack starts to get bigger. It zigzags up the wall like a little lightning bolt. "Daddy," says Peppa, "the wall is cracking." The crack grows and grows, spreading across the entire wall. Daddy Pig stands there, hammer in hand, with a very worried look on his face. "Oh dear," he says softly. Suddenly, with a loud crumble, a huge chunk of plaster falls off the wall, revealing the bricks underneath and leaving a giant hole. Dust fills the air. Peppa, George, and Mummy Pig are all covered in a fine white powder. They look like little ghosts. George says his one and only word for the occasion. "Dinosaur." "Grr." Peppa just stares at the giant hole. "Daddy," she says, "you've broken our new house." Daddy Pig looks at the hole, then at his hammer, then back at the hole. "It appears I may have misjudged the situation slightly," he admits sheepishly. Mummy Pig sighs, but she can't stay serious for long. Seeing Daddy Pig looking so flustered and everyone covered in dust is actually quite funny. She starts to laugh. Peppa and George join in, and soon the whole family is laughing together. Even with a giant hole in their wall, they find the humor in the situation. Daddy Pig decides it's time to call in a real expert. "I think we need Mr. Bull," he says, reaching for the phone. Mr. Bull and his construction crew are experts at mending things. Soon, Mr. Bull arrives in his big red digger. "Hello, everyone," he booms. "I hear you've got a bit of a wall problem." He takes one look at the massive hole and chuckles. "Mending walls is my specialty. We'll have this fixed in no time." Mr. Bull and his team get to work right away. They mix cement, lay new bricks, and plaster the wall until it's as good as new. Peppa and George watch, fascinated by all the building work. It's so much more exciting than just watching Daddy Pig with a hammer. While Mr. Bull is fixing the wall, he has an idea. "Daddy Pig," he says, "since we're making a mess anyway, why don't we do this properly?" He suggests using a special power drill and the correct wall plug to hang the picture securely. Daddy Pig agrees that this sounds like a much better plan. Mr. Bull quickly and expertly drills a small, neat hole, pops in a wall plug, and screws in a hook. is perfect. The wall is smooth, strong, and ready for the picture. With the wall completely repaired and a proper hook in place, it's finally time to hang the picture. Daddy Pig carefully lifts the frame and places it onto the hook. It hangs perfectly straight. The picture of Peppa and George looks wonderful in its new spot. Everyone cheers. Hooray! Shouts Peppa. Daddy Pig feels very proud, even though he had a little bit of help. There, he says, I told you I was an expert at this sort of thing. The whole family laughs. They all know who the real expert is, but they love Daddy Pig's enthusiasm. The day ends with everyone sitting on the sofa, admiring the picture on their newly mended wall. It was a bit of a chaotic journey, but they got there in the end. And what's their favorite thing to do after a bit of chaos? Jump in muddy puddles, of course. The story concludes with Peppa, George, Mummy Pig, and Daddy Pig all outside, laughing and splashing in a big muddy puddle. It's the perfect ending to a perfectly silly day. What a classic Peppa Pig adventure. It just goes to show that sometimes, even when things go wrong, as long as you're with family, you can always find a way to laugh about it and make things right. And that's the story of how Daddy Pig almost brought the new house down. It's a great reminder that some jobs are best left to the professionals, but it's the effort and the love that counts the most. What did you think? Let us know your favorite part of this episode in the comments below. We love hearing from you all. Thank you so much for joining us today for this fun-filled story time. We had a blast reliving this hilarious moment with you. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more of Peppa Pig's funny family adventures, don't forget to hit that like button, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel so you never miss a new video. We have so much more fun content coming your way. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.